so far as to whether or not they're going to be considering RP Singh from the Padrauna seat itself opposite. We believe that he might be standing opposite Samajwadi Party. All right, stay with us there. Congress loyalist RP Singh set to join the BJP there. RPN Singh now just reaches the headquarters of the BJP. So it's formal, it's confirmed. RPN Singh is joining the BJP. He's himself arrived at the BJP headquarters. He's going to be formally inducted. 2:30 p.m. is the time, barely 15 minutes from now. RPN Singh will be now taking oath as a BJP member. What role will he be given as part of the BJP? That only, of course, time will tell. A little more clarity we'd get only post his induction. But for now, we understand that RPN Singh is maybe looking at a more central role for himself. He does not want to jump back into state politics as he's maybe done with that, maybe lost touch there. He's not won a seat for over a decade. He's hoping to sort of shape his profile yet again now with the BJP. Abhishek Mishra, of course, giving us a perspective there. Abhishek, will RPN Singh be fielded from the BJP from Padrauna constituency? Is there a possibility of that?
Well, absolutely, Nabila. It's very high chance that RPN Singh will be contesting on the BJP symbol from that particular seat, and the Padrauna seat has now become a major challenge for both the parties now. Samajwadi Party, is it expected that Swami Prasad Maurya, who have left the BJP, has joined hand with Akhilesh Yadav, will field him. We have spoken to Swami Prasad Maurya, and he said that the Akhilesh Yadav has to decide, but he is very open about it, that any Karyakarta, any worker of Samajwadi Party can easily defeat RPN Singh if he gets a chance there. On the other hand, it is very important. They see RPN Singh coming into the BJP is not just about one seat, it's about the whole belt altogether, Kushinagar and the adjoining areas. And RPN Singh has been a three-time MLA. Last time also he lost to Swami Prasad Maurya, but also the margin was not much. So that margin can easily be compensated if RPN Singh is coming on a BJP symbol and if BJP decides to field him. Also at the same time, Purvanchal battle has become very important. They have already seen how Yogi Adityanath is contesting from Gorakhpur. All the top leaders are now have done a campaign. All those programs last month were only concentrated in the eastern part. So that particular belt has become very important for the BJP. The BJP is looking at regaining the momentum and 115 seats which they won in 2017 back then. So it is very important, and it will also be very interesting to see how RPN would react to it, because he has not spoken to us so far, and also the Congress party, which is saying that he is actually a coward, and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra also has said that whosoever wants to leave the party can go, because I'm fighting a battle which is very important for the Congress party. So yes, a big setback to the Congress party, and how the BJP is going to utilize this opportunity by fielding him from Padrauna or by making it another deal, it's going to be very important. But a big loss for the Congress and a big gain for the BJP as far as the political battle in Purvanchal is concerned.
Right. Abhishek, again, I'd like to ask you, has there been a pact of sorts between RPN Singh and the BJP already? Has there been a decision that I'm going to be joining the party, this is a role I want to be taking charge of? Has there been an appeal from RPN's side? Has there been an offer from the BJP side? Anything that's already pre-established?
Well, absolutely. There has been talk and there has been negotiations as far as his seat is concerned. And RPN Singh is not coming into the BJP just as a face or, just to do some campaign. It is very clear that Padrauna seat is going to belong to him. And see, last time also, it was not much of a margin. Swami Prasad Maurya won that particular seat. And this time, if Samajwadi Party feels him, it's going to be a direct battle between him and Swami Prasad Maurya. And also, as I'm telling you, that it is more about a perspective. It is more about giving, a strong leader who is coming from a strong background. The caste equations are also, in the favor of the BJP, and that is something which the party would like to utilize as far as RPN is concerned. So there are very high chance that he will be contesting, but that yet to be made official by the BJP. And first, he has to join, and when he's joined, how he's going to react it and how the party has decided to, take RPN on board would be very interesting to see. Yes.
Well, if you're speaking of Padrona itself as a constituency, what's the major vote bank there? We believe that it's a major OBC belt. Swami Prasad Maurya there has won with a small margin, and he's now going to be fielded from the SP. What kind of goodwill does RPN still hold in that constituency, which he won at one point over a decade ago? Does he still have favor in that constituency? He's moved to Delhi. He's been living in Delhi, far away from the state politics for a while now.
See, every high profile and, a prominent leader always have a core voter, and that is something which always, is to stick to that particular leader. RPN Singh has been a 3-time MLA. He had been a member of parliament as well, and he is a very well-known face in Padrona and the whole Kushinagar belt. Swami Prasad Maurya is also a very prominent leader. He was in BSP, then he joined the BJP, and now in Samajwadi Party. So both the leaders will be coming along with their core particular vote. But the BJP, the kind of equation they are managing on the ground is basically working on the OBC vote. So BJP also has their own set of votes and own set of segment which will add on to RPN's own. So that could be a significant changer if Swami Prasad Maurya is there. And as far as caste equation is concerned, backward is something which are very prominent. There are also a few Brahmins. There is also a Thakur vote which is also predominant in that particular area. And since RPN comes from a royal family, he has a good hold over these seats. So again, I'm saying the margin which was left out in the last election could easily be compensated with the BJP, and that is what BJP is also looking at. But it all depends how the BJP feels him, and RPN, when he will join, how he would take this opportunity, which is getting very important for the BJP and as well for RPN Singh.
In fact, RPN Singh has just arrived at the BJP headquarters. Abhishek Mishra, thank you very much, but stay with us. I'm going to come back to you. RPN Singh all set to join the BJP in just minutes from now. He's going to be formally inducted into the BJP. Paulami Saha right there at the BJP headquarters. Paulami, RPN Singh arrives at the BJP headquarters. What's the mood like? Is he all smiles? Does he look grim? Confident?
Well, he just arrived, in fact, at the BJP headquarters. He is currently meeting some of the leadership which is present over here. And what we can say is also that he's been tweeting out some of his, responses, comments ahead of the joining to the Bharatiya Janata Party. What he's just tweeted is, "This is a new beginning for me, and I look forward to my contribution to nation building under the visionary leadership and guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, BJP President Shri JP Nadda, and Honorable Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah." So RPN Singh all set to join the Bharatiya Janata Party. In a short while from now, we're expecting for that press conference to begin, where he will be officially inducted into the Bharatiya Janata Party. So something which we were reporting since earlier this morning, that the buzz was much stronger than previous times. This time that Mr. RPN Singh in fact has been in touch with the top leadership of the party, including the Prime Minister, over the last couple of days, and it was only looking imminent that in a day or two he could be joining the Bharatiya Janata Party. That news in fact came in today itself. He of course announcing himself on Twitter, on social media, that he has quit the Bharatiya Janata Party, tweeting out his resignation to Congress President Sonia Gandhi, and then of course now almost announcing his joining into the Bharatiya Janata Party as well. We've seen him arrive here at the BJP party headquarters. In a short while from now, he will be in fact coming out of that gate and heading towards the press conference hall in Bharatiya Janata Party. So it is going to be quite interesting to see how, of course, RPN Singh reacts to the first comments that are coming out from the Congress party, that those who are switching over from one ideology to another, which is considered to be diametrically opposite, are cowards. And of course, what the Bharatiya Janata Party has in store for Mr. RPN Singh. Will he be contesting the assembly elections from Padrona, or does the party have something else in mind for Mr. RPN Singh? We will soon find out, Nabila.